Welcome everybody to the highly anticipated Season 2 that is finally here after about a month and a half, I'd say. I don't know. Don't really remember, to be honest. But yeah, I'm not going to waste any of you guys' time because you've been waiting for this for God knows how long because I literally can't remember. So let's just get straight to it and start off with Fallen Facility. So with Fallen Facility, obviously there are a bunch of changes to it. Being that a quarter of it is about I can't talk. A quarter of it is now rebuilt. Not all of it though, but it's a good portion of it. As you can see, the gnomes have done all this themselves. As you can see, they basically moved in here. They brought all their stuff from the house that they were at over here now. As you can see, they got a couple other stuff, like this conspiracy board they made. And a bunch of other stuff. Oh, they also have a to-do list. Forgot to show you guys that. The to-do list is just, things to do. They want to steal a tank of gasoline, specifically for the robot, and they also want to add arms to it as well, because as you can see right now, it does not have arms. And another thing, they put the legs on it, so it can now basically walk. Also, you're wondering why they want to steal a tank of gas since they, well, have gas pumps, so you would think they have gas, but they actually don't. Mainly because this facility was abandoned for a long time, so it kind of makes sense that they want to, steal the tank of gas. They also repaired the roof of this building, so there's no longer a ton of holes in it, although the only access point is through a hole in the roof, so they pulled out a tent that they found in a crate in this place and placed it over top of the hole so, rain doesn't get in. Although it's kind of poorly placed, so if it rains from the side, it will still get in. So they'll have to think about that. Anyway, they added some satellite dishes to get signal for their servers that they added, and they also got air conditioner units, as well as put up an electric box so they have electricity, as well as put some lights around as well, including a security system. 1 camera, by the way. Oh, I know 3 cameras. No, my bad. I already forgot that I put those there. Anyway, over here, they also stole a turbine from the plane crash. They're going to use the parts from it and the components to help build the robot. They also moved the cars so they have more, space in the parking lot here. They also added a push bar to the front of their truck. Anyway, moving on, we're going to continue on with the Gnomes House and what happened to it, because as you can see, it's very obvious what happened to it. So basically, the rocks that were up here, those big freaking rocks that you thought were going to fall eventually, well, they did fall, and crushed a good portion of the house. Now, this happened after they left the house, so I don't think they knew this happened. And they're still kind of unaware of it. Also, these 2 gnomes are the survivors of the ambush from last season. Now, you may be wondering where this red gnome came from, because there was only 4 of the red gnomes, and all 4 of them got killed, and the blue one escaped. Well, turns out I forgot about a red gnome myself, and he was over here at this house, because I forgot there was a gnome that was scouting the police for when they did the whole convoy raid. So yeah, there's actually 2 of the betrayed gnomes alive. So they can live to tell the story of how they were turned against their own kind, and then the bear betrayed them eventually, which was their boss. But yeah, as you can see, the destruction was very mass. As you can see, the gnomes have completely cleaned out this place and, moved all their stuff over there. Except for the fridge. They didn't take the fridge. I don't know why. They just didn't. But yeah, they're just looking for their fellow gnomes, but they are not here at the moment, so they're gonna try looking up here, because, they were in contact with them, and then these guys were telling them what they were doing. So yeah. Anyway, that's about it for Fallen Facility in this area overall. Anyway, moving on over here to the one of the snowy areas. I forgot what this place. I forgot what I named this place, but this is now a landmark again. It's no longer a named location, and it has also been snowed in, as you can see. If you come in here, it's not looking too good. The snow has flooded the house, basically. And no one lives here anymore, so it was basically abandoned. Car's still there, but they just left it. They just left it. Also, the logjam sign has been rifted back. It is no longer here. And another thing, as like a note for Season 2, a tree has been snowed over here, and it's just to signify Season 2. You know, and another change is the FBI drill is gone. Well, if you come on over here, come over to the frozen lonely lake, you can see that it's now over here. Now, why is there an FBI outpost, you may ask? Well, they're looking for something. Now, if you watch the trailer for this season, you will remember at the end you saw something underwater, and that being a gold cube. Now, they are looking in the completely wrong spot. It's actually over there, not over there. And they don't know that, so they're completely unaware of where it actually is. So yeah, that's not really good for them, because this is going to be this is going to be a key part for Season 3. You guys will just have to wait and see until then. But yeah, they're just basically chopping up the ice and just looking for it, even though they are kind of far off from where it is. Not very far off, but they just don't know where they don't know where it is, so they're not going to find it. I mean, they could find it, but you'll see if they actually do. As you can see, also around the map there are a bunch of snowy tornadoes, specifically 5, counting. They are going to be moving around too, by the way, which is even more fun. Just it's gonna add to the destruction. If you come on over to Homely Hedges, you can see there's a tornado that's, well, doing tornado things and sucking a lot of things into it. You may notice there's also cracks in the ground. Well, the storm device that's causing all of this is directly beneath this tornado and is going to rise soon. Probably some way, like halfway through the season, maybe. But yeah, that is what's causing this extreme weather to occur. As you can see, there's a bunch of ice chunks scattered around the island, mainly because of, well, the extreme weather that the device is causing. Also, this, like, gas tank over here has been crushed by a large ice block, as you can see. Not much else that really happened here. Another thing, the police car is now a official memorial, and the memorial talks about the rift that brought it here. And another thing that was highly anticipated is the bear storyline. It continues. They are now rebuilding this place. It is almost rebuilt entirely. They still have a bit of ways to go, but they'll get there. They decommissioned the gas refinery. As you can see, they took down all the pipes and stuff and just left these, because, you know, they can't really remove those because they're in the ground. But they used the pipes to, you know, somewhat rebuild this place, turn them like into sheet metal so they can build the roof. And yeah, they also cleared up the rubble on top in this building too, so it's basically cleared now. As you can see, each bear has their individual station, basically. The military bear, a sergeant, basically is creating weapons, obviously, looking off a blueprint. This bear is the one that found the neurotoxin, and he's studying it, testing it and whatnot. Except he has to be careful that it doesn't explode, because that will be very bad. The yellow bear is fixing and creating their servers and electricity. And the pink bear is fixing the place up, like rebuilding the walls and such. And then the head secretary gnome is, doing secretary, or did I say gnome? Bear, I mean. It's, the secretary bear is doing, well, secretary things. Yeah, I know. What a description. Anyway, coming down here to Tropical Temple, you can see that, well, the bricks gave out and it collapsed. The tomato head was too heavy for the building, or not building, temple, and it collapsed. Well, and resulting in what you see now. And it is now named Trampled Temple, instead of Tropical Temple. Oh yeah, and here's the map for the season. 2 of the locations have been renamed, such as Forgotten Forgery is now Frosty Forgery, and obviously what I just said, Tropical Temple is now Trampled Temple, and the new location, Pleasant Port, which I will get to in a bit. Anyway, we're going to move on. Coming back over to Homely Hedges, you can see that the bears that, well, caused the ambush and killed the gnomes, or not all of them, but some of them, have now arrived at these bears' house. Also, a little thing, they upgraded their refrigerator. I don't know why I pointed that out, but they did. Also, the bathroom is being fixed after, what happened last season with it being completely destroyed by a tornado throwing an FBI crate into the building itself. They also kept that, by the way. And you can see the purple bear has the case. What that case has will be revealed eventually, obviously, but not now. If you come over here to the mountain, as you can see, there were airdrops from the government. They gave the FBI some resources and stuff to start making equipment to get rid of the ice. But they still don't have enough equipment, which I will get to in a bit. The new funding system, which I will show you over in Shattered City once I get there. Anyway, since we're here, might as well tackle Fallen Facility. Hidden Hills. You can see that the Fish Apartments building is now gone. They removed it mainly because it was out of place and had no purpose to serve. So they turned it into a garage, and where basically they create their equipment to get rid of the ice. And they got rid of the elevator, dismounted that. As you can see, the stuff's over here. And you're probably wondering why there's not many metal support beams, because there was a lot more over here. I'll get to that in a bit. It's over with Pleasant Port. And yeah, they have charging stations for their equipment, specifically these. And they also created hover tractors to help out as well. They emit heat that will melt the ice, which is why they created them. This combine-looking thing is an ice grinder. This will, well, grind up the ice. And this is basically a drivable charging station for these guys whenever they, or not guys, vehicles whenever they need to be charged, like on the move or something. Yeah, that's about it over here. Continuing this way, you can see that Forgotten Forgery, now known as Frosty Forgery, is now, well, the lake is frozen around it. And you may notice there's a rift. You probably also noticed it in the trailer. Well, this rift is gonna... Well, I'm just saying it's not good for... It's not good for Forgotten Forgery right now. Especially for what will happen to it in a few map changes. Or, not, I should say few map changes, probably like next map change, I should say. Over here, the government and FBI set up the windmills over here. Just for, you know, electricity. As you can see, they brought their equipment over here and such. They brought one of the tractors that emits heat just in case things go AWOL over here, because they noticed this rift in the sky, so yeah. The windmills is going to be like an attempt to calm the rift down, but it's not going to work. I can tell you that. It's just not going to work. Over here, you can see that the people who were having the party over here, they are gone. The place has been trashed. They're just gone. And the Ukraine Memorial is also gone as well. But that's kind of out of out of relevance, so it doesn't really matter anymore. But yeah, as you can see, they just literally just abandoned it. And you also may notice some of the containers are missing. Well, some of those containers, the containers are over at the new location, Pleasant Port. And as you can see, it's a pleasant port. Basically, this building is just the cafeteria area where people go on lunch break and stuff. There's no interior because, you know, memory issues. You gotta love them. Over here, this is just like the main office area. This actually has interior, but yeah. This is where the main like head of this port works right here. Excuse me. Bunch of servers and stuff for like security cam footage and stuff, because they, you know, gotta have security here because don't want anyone stealing stuff from here. Another one of the snowy tornadoes is over here. Nothing much. Over at Wailing Woods, the other tornado lies, which is tearing up the woods, as you can see. This building is also being rebuilt, since, you know, it was like completely destroyed. Also, here is where the gnomes lie from the ambush. It's very sad, but again, they had to, because if they didn't, the evidence would be found. Also, the ramp truck ramp is still here, but you may be wondering where the actual ramp truck is. Well, if we come on all the way over here, over by Dusty Docks, you may notice it's underwater. They dumped it off here to, well, discard the evidence, as well as the car that the gnomes drove in. But yeah, it's very dark stuff. Yeah, I know. Quick minor map change to look at. The battle bus has also been updated a little bit. The Chapter 4 battle bus jet is laying on the ground now, as a reference to the Chapter 4 battle bus, obviously. Anyway, over to the bigger map changes, or one of the bigger map changes to, I think this is the last one, to wrap up this video. We have Shattered City. There has been a lot of things updated here. Most notably, the two new buildings. The Slap Juice Factory has replaced the Mario Brothers plumbing service. As you can see, like 50% of the building is just the main lobby. And over here is the actual factory part. It's nothing too huge. It's just like, it was just made to be able to produce the goods for the island. And that's basically what it was made for. They also make slap juice, or slurp juice too, so it's not just slap juice. They also put up their sign where the sausage place sign was. The people at the police department, they have got new police cars, and they're no longer using the older looking ones, aka the Chapter 1 ones, due to what happened before in Season 1 when, you know, all the older ones got completely destroyed. Yeah, overall nothing much has happened here. The gnome inside the prison cell has moved, but instead of looking out the prison cell, he's now laying down. So yeah, you have to wait and see, well, if the gnomes actually saved their buddy in prison. Excuse me, God, like burping all over the place, dude. Another little like food stand has appeared. It's closed as of now. The hot dog stands out since it's, you know, it's summer. Nothing much has really happened at the pawn shop, but a few Easter eggs have been added. Specifically, these two cars and the Batarang out front, or out back, I should say. I'll explain. This is supposed to reference my one friend who is a really big DC fan. Shout out to him, Golden Ghost. You may have seen him from older live streams, older videos and such. But yeah, this is just a reference to him. Him and I have been good friends for a long time. Just about 3 years. So, might as well. Had like a little Easter egg to reference him here with the GCPD police car. Yes, it has returned, but it's a UEFN mesh, so it's not the actual one. Added the Joker car, of course, and, of course, the Batarang, which is also a mesh. No, I'm not giving it out. Don't ask. The gas tank that the gnomes want to steal also is over here, which is this. The new building, Alauto Auto Classics, which is the building that replaced Big Shots, has also replaced Snail Mail. Rest in peace, Snail Mail. You will be missed. Oh yeah, one thing before I go over this building. Memorialize the Mario Bros. Pumping Surface, the sign is still here. So don't worry, it'll live on eternally as that sign. And over here, the Alauto Auto Classics, it's basically a dealership. This is like the showroom area to tell people about the cars and the bike. This building was like just built, so they're still unpacking stuff, as you can see. But overall, I think it's a pretty good addition to Shattered City. It's like an office area to where you would generally purchase your car at. But yeah, other than that, it's just still being unpacked. Another thing, McGuffin's is now open. It's now fully enterable, and yeah, always a good thing. Because last season it was closed for basically the entire season. And the restaurant that replaced the sausage place was, well, Pizza Pit. Uncle Pete's Pizza Pit. Literally nothing much has changed other than the fact that the menu is different and the pool table is gone, and now it's just arcade cabinets. Other than that, nothing has changed. Everything is still in the same place. The only thing that hasn't changed is the office area, which is still closed and has nothing in it. And why, you may ask? Welp, it's the save memory. That glorious M. Also, this over here, they used to have the Dodgy Brothers. The Alauto Auto people bought it out. Or the Dodgy Brothers put this place up for rent, and the Alauto Auto people are currently renting out this place for showing this car and for having it as a store where you can buy parts and stuff. So yeah, I think that's about it for Shattered City. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, I think that might be it for the map change entirely. Hopefully you guys like the season so far, because I definitely do. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.